40. 40. Think, don't believe. 40. Think, don't believe. 40. And you know why I'm numbering these videos? It's because, and there's a reason for you to go and watch the 1 and the 2 and the 23 and the 33, 34, on and on and on. And just keep watching, and I'll keep counting, and I'll keep telling you where you're at. Watch them like a book. Watch them like a book and follow that book there, my friend. My friends! Why can't we all just be friends? Yeah, hey, now that's one. I like that. All the stuff that's going on in the world is so pathetic, and there's so much that's being created out there in this world because of thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. I mean, like all the stuff that's going on between North Korea and one of the article, that silly word article, and the biggest problem that's going on there is trust. Because of their thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about, well, you're doing this, and then thoughts, and this side's thoughts, feelings, and belief, and they're like, and then doing this, and their thoughts, feeling, it's just all this, the negativity, and it can't be avoided, I guess, because it's unfortunate in this world. It can't be, people for the most part, and it can't be trusted because greed gets in the way. But that's a whole nother subject. Subject. That's a whole nother subject. We ain't gonna get into it. No, siree, Bob. Nope. Because we're over here trying to free you from your tyrannies. Free from your tyrannies. Because, just a little bit about my background is because I talked about how I went through a lot of things blindly with my thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. And the affirmations that I was getting from my thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, and how those things were showing up in my life. And it was like I experienced it as a human being. I experienced it as a human being, and in a raw fashion, and then started noticing, and then and then I went through another stage, and then one of the stages that really, it was kind of like one of the final stages. I started going to this. It was called Spiritual Boot Camp. And I started going to this spiritual boot camp thing. And, I had already believed in God and stuff like that. But I wanted something deeper, and I don't know. I just, sometimes you wonder how you end up in things, and that's why I was. And really, it brought forth the understanding about the power that is within us and the power of the things that we speak. And, so I got the human side over here, you see, and then I got the spiritual side over here, you see, and then I got the full understanding of it, so, which was great because I got such a depth of it. And then from that, I expanded on my spiritual growth and my relationship on an even closer level. And I don't mean to be preaching out here, but if you want to know about more spiritual things, you need to go to listen Church on Sundays and listen to some of those videos because they're good too, and listen to those in succession too. You can find those at www.selects.me because that's where the foot in the door is for those. Okay, so. Back to where we were talking about, because we always need to go back to where we were talking about. And we were talking about, of course, let's recap, the analyzation of yourself and your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about the things that are going on in your life, the things that you're thinking, the things that you're saying, the things that you're feeling, and paying attention to that. And do that for a while. And then, by golly, I think there's a few of you out there that are going to start to state things that are congruent with your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Because it's all about what you're thinking, feeling, believing is a lot of what you're getting in your life, whether it be with your relationships, because it's kind of like you reap what you sow, right? Or you harvest that from which you plant. So if you're spending this time in your life putting out negativity and sowing negativity with your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, you're gonna harvest that too. So, when you come to the analyzation of what your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are, and you start to see some of the negative, and there isn't a person on this planet that isn't consciously aware of the things that are going in their lives that they're speaking that are negative. There's got to be there isn't a person on this planet. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what level of life you live. I don't care nothing. I don't care nothing. I don't care who you are. It's out there, period. And you're manifesting things in your life. I don't know. I just could go down so many roads. But I can't say more than enough than, that you can do for the betterment of your life, and that's to just really start to push out the negative. Regardless if there's negative things happening in your life, because if you take some responsibility, some of the negative things that are happening in your life are from the root and the cause of what you've been, about what you've been doing. It's directly tied about what you've been doing. It's directly tied about what you've been doing, what you've been thinking, feeling, believing. Some of those negative things that are in your life. Think about this. And I had to take big responsibility of this. When I started thinking I could get into an accident. And if you're listening to some of these videos and go back, you'll find that one. It's a little story. I could get into an accident, and guess what? What comes to my mind about, if you have a negative attitude about policemen and cops suck and whatever it is, and then sooner or later you're going to get yourself pulled over, and then you're going to reaffirm whatever it is that your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about those things are too. It's expansive in the way that it happens every day for the people in this way. You understand? It's expansive in this way for the people every day who are thinking and feeling and choosing to feel in a certain way. Really. That's the truth. That's the truth, and it's not the whole truth, but it's a good part of it. And because here's something that's another little bit of a spiritual connection. Why Satan had the ability was given the power that he was, and that's to influence. And why? Because man was given free will to have free thought and to make decisions based on those feelings and those thoughts. And, I know based on my journey and what my journey is, and some of the things that I'm sharing with you from the experiences that I've had, and I can tell you 100%. Yep, I tell you 100%. Without a doubter. No doubts about it. And people are not really understanding the reality of this, but you want to know something? I'll tell you something. You want to know something? I'll tell you something. And this is true. And I know maybe you think, oh, no, that's not true. I can't believe it. Not now. Maybe you cannot believe it now, but maybe you cannot believe it later, okay? Maybe you cannot believe it now, but you can believe it later. We live in a spiritual world. We live in a very expansive spiritual world. We do. Yes, we do. We live in a spiritual world, and there is spiritual warfare going on. And there's the negative that's trying to bring it down to the negative. And then there's the positive out there that's fighting the negative. And it's a war. We are in spiritual war, and there's nothing funny about this war at all.